It's glow time. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's episode 457. It is October 16th, 2024. We're back this week. Pedro survived Hurricane Milton. And last week, we took a break just to make sure that Pedro was hunkered down. We also have Amberella on the team that's down in Florida. She's not too far from you, and she also is doing all right. So shout out to everybody in the Discord chat room if you'd like to join us throughout the show. We are streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, formerly known as Twitter, and of course on Discord. This is where we share the chat. So we're glad to be back. We have a project from last week that we're going to go over. We have a fun project here that I put together and that we'll share for prototyping. We also have a soft talk segment. I think we have a Timelapse Tuesday as well. So let's just get right into adafruit.com/free. Taking a look at the freebie deals this week. For orders of $99 or more, you get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. Orders that are $149 get the PCB coaster plus an Adafruit KB2040. For orders that are $199 or more, you get the KB2040 dev board, the PCB coaster, and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. And for orders that are $299 or more, you get all of that plus a Circuit Playground Express. All these get automatically added to your cart. And when you're there, be sure to use our coupon code to get 10% off your total order using the coupon code Tri Rod. All one word, lowercase. Tri Rod gets you 10% off. Yeah. So we're back. Pedro, you're back. Awesome. You're a little under the weather. But
hurricane blew in something, either allergies or the flu, whatever that's going around. Taking a look at the chat real quick. Looks like Wester has gotten his power back. Yeah, I think maybe you're in the area as well. Yeah, we got super lucky with everything. No flooding. We were like surrounded by retention ponds, so those are all nice and full. Everything drained nicely into them. Power just flickered. We are
all right. We hope everybody
stays safe. Ready. We still have everything zip tied in the backyard, ready for the next two that are coming our way.
Yeah. All right.
So hopefully those go by.
Yeah.
Okay, as well. We were laughing, thinking of was it 2004, 2005 when one of them looped around and hit us twice? Was it?
Oh gosh, that was
gnarly. Jean Wilma?
Yeah. Yeah, I think 2005 was like the year of the hurricanes. We just had back to back.
We were out of power for like 2 months.
For 2 to 3 months. It was wild. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Aileen got him. Yep. I got some of our friends up in South Carolina.
Yeah.
The roads got washed out. But all we can do is prepare and ready.
Alrighty. Well, let's jump into your project of the week, Pedro.
Yeah.
A fun one here. Let me make you bigger.
Let's go ahead and take a look at last week's project. Finished this up right before the storm came. It is the new Tri Rod from Echoes of Wisdom from the new Link game.
Zelda game. Link is not in this game.
Zelda. No, Link's in it as a bad guy, right? He shows up as the no, he does. He shows up as like the shadow form.
Shadow Link.
Yeah, shadow form Link shows up and you gotta like battle him. It's funny.
Wow, I gotta get this game.
I've only played it just to get the sound effects. Like not even the game mechanics. I'm not even really familiar with them. It's really Gavin who's
your son.
Sort of
your 11-year-old.
Yeah, Gavin was really the one who was like, "Hey, Daddy, please build
Yeah,
the
please build the Tri Rod.
Tri Rod."
Yeah, it's an interesting shape. It's a cool, twisty shape. It all lights up, and it's using those new fancy NeoPixels with the double-sided emitters, so that makes it so that the whole thing kind of glows. It's pretty cool.
So we got two of these guys. We're using the translucent filament in this one. Let me turn it off so you can see. You can kind of see through it. And then we have the regular ivory white PLA that we usually use for diffusion. So you can't really see the electronics in that one, but wanted to see the difference in the glow. So you can see there. I don't know if it'll show up on camera as well. You kind of see it. Cover the speakers, it's so loud. Cover the speakers. So you can kind of see the components in this one, the way that the LEDs light this one up, and then the way that it tries to diffuse them on this one. Not really the diffusion that we usually go for, just because the LEDs are so close to the coils here. You can definitely see each individual pixel for the inside the strip. Kind of see there. So you can go ahead and pick whichever one looks good. I was gonna film with this one, but you were like, no, do the translucent one. And yeah, that one showed up a lot better in terms of in real life and in the video. And just being able to see all the components, it's pretty cool. So we're using the RP2040 PropMaker Feather for this, for the sound effects, the motion animation for the LEDs. You were saying before, we're using the double-sided LED strip. So
Yes.
it's showing up on both sides. You have the little oval speaker inside here. You can see the cylindrical battery on the inside. You can see how everything is mounted on there. The slide switch on this side. And then interesting way of adding the USB-C to the side with one of our right angle dongles. So you can have that charge on that instead of having to loop it through the bottom here. Not make a hole inside here or cut out to serve the design for that. So it's just on the side. And then the coil part is we're chopping the 1 meter LED strip in half and then just threading it through the inside of the hollow coil. And that's just designed with the actual coil tool. I've seen two different versions of the rod, one that's like really long and then like a short one. So I just went with the short one so that it would fit on most people's beds. It's crap, I should have put down the measurements for it, but I think it's like 230 millimeters tall for the middle sections of this, and then like 100 millimeters for the coil part, and then the bottom it's like 80 millimeters, I believe. So it's 4 different sections that all screw together with M2 screws. And pretty easy to assemble, modular. So if you wanted to, in the sketch, you could make this a lot longer if you wanted to have this for cosplay. But I think the smaller one is a lot more easier for travel, for carrying around, and for wielding. Yeah. It's like a cool way to get your Zelda cosplay on for the new game.
Yes.
Yeah, super cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I prefer the clear for some reason. I kind of like the look.
Yeah, it totally does. I built both just to see what it would look like. Sometimes this one, the translucent, doesn't look as good as the clear.
Right.
Case in point, I have it down here. The Halo.
Oh yeah, something like the blades.
Yeah,
they look better in the white.
It's more like a milky white.
Mm.
It looks better in some cases for like the Halo blade here. Let's see if the battery is charged. You can see just the diffusion is a lot more better for this. Sometimes, and then sometimes you need the translucent. Nope, battery's dead.
Yeah.
Actually, I can actually plug it in here. I have a wire, so you can get the point across here. Let's see.
Could be because it's like most of it's flat, like a flat.
It would help if the other end was plugged in too.
Oh.
So can't demo that, but yeah, usually it just depends on the way that you're mounting and using the LED strip for diffusion. So sometimes the ivory white looks better than the translucent. Sometimes it's the other way around. We use the exact same ivory Milky White for the Link Sword 2, which I only have the the shell of this, so no LEDs in this one either. But yeah, you can see here that sometimes it looks better on that. Sometimes it looks better with the translucent one. In case in point, this one it gives it like a crystal type look to it, and
Yeah, I think
that,
so.
I like how you can see the electronics or the wiring on the inside.
Yeah, that's cool.
There we go.
Very magical.
Yeah. So let's see. We can jump into the Learn guide for that. I think I covered all the top point or the highlights of the project design for it.
Yeah, if you want to highlight the different kind of features from a code standpoint, like I think from when it's standing up, it does something. When you swing it,
Oh
it
yeah,
does
yeah.
something. When
Yeah, good
you
point. Yeah, so there are two different hit states. So one, you twist, it does like a little green glow, and then like a harder hit will do the yellow glow, and then when you hold it up in the game, it's when you start to like levitate things or sort of like to grab things and like build an echo off of it. It does an animation for that too. So three different animation states for that, and then your standard idle one when it's just glowing. It's just like the standby mode for it.
yeah.
So those are the three modes: standby, the hit one, and then like the swing two. Just does the green. Let's see if I can get it to go. There you go. Green.
Yeah, it's a great example of using the accelerometer. Our recent PropMaker projects don't really use the accelerometer, so I'm glad we came up with something that uses the accelerometer, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's such a cool built-in sensor of the PropMaker Feather RP2040,
Yeah.
and it's nice to utilize it in a project because like it just doesn't make sense. Like in our previous week, the pumpkin, like it doesn't make sense to move it because it's still, it's not going to move, So,
Although it'd be funny to have a code in there, like if a kid knocks it over, it's like, "Yeah, pick me up." Yeah.
of course, yeah, you could always do that too. Yeah, very cool. All right, here's the Learn guide.
All right, let me get out of full screen mode so I can control this. Actually, can I move this over here so I'm not blind? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Learn guide. Learn guide has all the files you need. It's always the first comment every time we post a video for this. Can I get the link to the files? It's like literally in the description, or just
In
go
the
to
description. Yeah.
learn.adafruit.com. And all the files are there. We have step files, STLs. The sound effects are actually included in the bundle fly, which is with the code that has all the libraries that you need to run everything, and the wave files already converted for you. So the Learn guide just runs through the project overview, the motion swings that we talked about, PropMaker, how it's in a Circuit Python, and then of course the parts. And I think everything is in stock.
Yeah, that's great.
So all the parts as well as the screws that you need. So we have links for that as well as the translucent PLA filament. So just a couple screws for that, PLA, and what it looks like. Hey.
Yeah.
Let's see, first thing, circuit diagram. Super easy to wire up with the PropMaker. It has the terminal blocks. You just need to screw in your speaker and your LED strip. We're actually using both the strips all go into the same connection. So super easy to wire everything up. Before we would have to make like a Y cable,
Sure.
do all this craziness to connect both of these up. But now with the terminal block, we just insert each connection, multiple connections into the block.
Yes.
I think we tested out. I think we can fit up to like 5 different wires into one block. So just a little breakdown of what color is what. Red is the ground or the 5-volt. Black is the ground. And then the green is going to be the signal or the digital in for the LED strip. Yeah. And then the speakers for that. Red is positive. Negative is the black wire. Going on over to the code, Liz did an excellent job breaking down all of the components and describing each one. Like we were saying before, you can just click the bundle fly and that'll get all of the code, libraries, and the sound effects. Yep. You can edit the sound effects or add your own, adjust the colors, the threshold for the swings. I think I forgot to ask for like volume control, but I think you can adjust that in the file itself, like raise the gain on it.
Oh, it's easy to do in the code. I think scroll up. Is there a mixer object? Let's see. Scroll up more. See where it says audio mixer, brightness.
So this one?
Yeah, I think you can add one more line that would say.
I forgot to ask.
Yeah. Take a look at the CircuitPython audio guide, and you can. I think it's just one line of code. You can tell it to like do a global kind of volume since it's using the I2S amp. Yeah.
I think you had it in the pumpkin.
Oh yeah, I had it in the pumpkin too. You could just look at that code and be like, oh, okay, I just want to add this. Yeah, should be easy.
So there's some homework if you want to adjust that.
Oh yeah, it's easy. Yeah.
Super cool. Like an explanation of how code works, and then breaking down the each section for like the audio, NeoPixels, the amplifier, some variables, and the way the loops are working.
Yep.
Some cool stuff. Check it out. Move on over to the 3D printing portion of this. All the files right here, like we were saying before, STLs, step files, all available to download. We did have to use support material for the way that the battery holder, the mount for the feather, and then the oval speaker, the way that those are held on. We're just using tree supports.
Yeah, trees are
helped. Cool looking. So yeah, it was so the speed of which that it prints, and then the quality of it supporting the overhangs was so good for that. And then we have to be a little fancy for the coil and the end part of this. We're using regular supports for this one, and we have to use support blockers. So since we don't need supports for the top portion, just the bottom, there's like an overhang with the lip, with the way that it inserts into the main rod piece. You want to have a support blocker that eliminates the supports on the rest of the part. We just need it on the bottom.
Cool. I've never seen a support blocker encapsulate the whole piece. Yeah. That's cool. I never thought to do that. That's a good little tip.
Otherwise, it's gonna
it'd be a lot.
Way too much support. Yeah, that does not need it at all.
Yeah, that's
so good. I have the support settings for that. I have that listed here.
Good.
Moving over to the assembly. So we're using the meter, double-sided or double emitting NeoPixel strip. So it's 120 pixels. We're just going to chop that in half and have 60 pixels on each strip. You can see on the roll or the reel that it comes in. You can see where they solder the 260 strips together. I'll just cut it there. So trying to count each one. So that definitely helps in assembly. So you can just use your flush cutters and cut right where you can see where the two pads are soldered together. Just chop that in half and add some silicone coated wires to attach. Those get fitted into the coil. Super easy. They should slide right in. And then you can start assembling your rod. The first piece we're going to look at is the one that holds the LiPo battery. It slides right in, and then it attaches to the coil with the M2 by 8mm long screws. And then the feather gets mounted onto that same piece of the rod. I'm going to plug in the LiPo battery first before mounting. Otherwise, it'll be difficult to get in just because of the diameter of the rod that it is. And then we're going to plug in our USB-C right-angled dongle and just point it to where the cutout for that is. Should be the right side if you're looking straight down at it. And we're going to connect our terminal wires. We were saying before, you can group up the ground 5-volt and the digital in, group those two together. They should fit perfectly inside each of the terminal blocks. We're going to connect those, and then we'll solder on our slide switch as well. So that's just going into the enable, into the ground. We'll mount our feather, and then we can focus on the other side of the rod part. That's going to house the oval speaker. And then to make this easy to connect, we used one of the Pico Blade socket connectors and attach that to the terminal block on the feather. So you can just easily plug in and plug out the speaker.
Yeah.
And that also avoids having to cut this guy as well, so you can reuse it.
Yep.
I did list the pack of the socket and plug Pico Blade wires as well, so you can get a pack of those. Those always come in handy.
Oh yeah.
We'll fit the oval speaker into the little cavity that it has. You can do it with the speaker facing outwards. I didn't try facing it inwards. I don't know if that would sound any louder or not, but it sounds pretty loud the way that with it facing out.
Yep.
We'll align the rod to the coil, attach our 4 more sets of the M2 by 8mm long screws, and fasten those in. And then we can align the bottom portion of the rod, just align up the screw mounts for that. Same 4 more M2 8mm long screws to attach that. That's pretty much it.
Cool. How does the right angle? How'd you get the right angle USB port to like match like perfectly with the cutout? That came out really good. I like that.
Just the
Let me make it bigger. Weep.
calipers.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
cool.
measuring.
Oh, okay. There's a little bit of extra room in there for some leeway. That's good.
Yeah. Yep. So there's about, I think, like 1 millimeter around each side. And that was really to accommodate the like if a USB cable has like a
yeah, they can get
an
pretty
enlarged
Yep.
plug, but it didn't even need it. But it works if there's any variance and tolerance with whatever printer that you're using. Yeah, you can kind of see there.
Yeah.
About 1 millimeter offset for the hole. Yeah, it's just measuring and reprinting.
Yeah, I got it. No, it's good. I like it.
But yeah, that's a really cool way to have that, or break out your USB cable instead of using like one of the breakout boards, which we're used to, where we build like a tiny little USB wire to reroute it somewhere. This came in so much handier. In terms of design and
these are great.
print time.
Yeah.
I was going that route, like, oh no, I got to wire up a little board and reroute this.
Yeah.
A lot easier to do.
Yep. Yeah.
More accessible and cheaper too.
Speaking of that, Squid.jpg is also saying before he needs to get a right angled USB adapter before he can build it. So it sounds like he wants to build one.
Yeah.
So
yes. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe there's a way you can snake in your USB cable, but no, there's no way. Not at that angle.
Yeah.
And then again, the main reason for that was so I would have to be all destructive with the bottom, like enlarge it and have, you would still need a way to snake in your USB cable because of where the feather is mounted there.
Yeah. Yeah, get a few of them. You'll be using them.
Oh my god, yeah.
You'll find out like
I keep using them over.
Me too.
Yeah, like
that's why I have like a few.
Yeah, like the pumpkin project required one just because of the way that we route the wire or the USB cable so it's not in the way. Like the project before that, I can't remember what it was. They come in. I just grabbed like 5 of them and I already used all of them up.
Yeah, we have them in stock right now.
Yes,
it's PID 4432, and yeah, they just work great. I use them in a couple of devices that I have on my desk where it just
Mhm.
makes it easier to have the wire go out this way instead of going
Yep.
a certain direction. So
I
good
use them
stuff.
on not just our projects, but like accessories around the house, like
Mhm.
charging accessories. One of the Qi chargers, just so it doesn't, you know, butt into the way of other components.
Exactly. Yeah.
Easier to have it route out a different way.
Yeah. Yeah. They're good. All right. Shout out to Squid.jpg for
Yay.
bringing that up, and good luck with your builds. Let us know how it goes. We'd love to share
Awesome.
it, and come on the show and tell if
Yay.
you end up building it before Halloween.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, we were gonna have one cool prop for Halloween.
Yeah.
This year's.
Yeah. It made
Trying to
it
get on the bandwagon of whatever Zelda Link game is out.
Yeah. I mean, we
This
did
year.
with Tears of the Kingdom with the Ultra hand. You did that one with the noodles. And
Yeah.
oh, by the way, this week's video was a roundup of our top 7 or 8 3D printed projects for Halloween that we did kind of this year, and I think a little bit of last year that didn't cover on last year's round of video. So check that out. It was a lot of fun putting that one together, and kind of forget, like, there's some really cool ones that we have done. Yeah.
Many.
All right. So that's the project. Oh
Yay.
no, I haven't posted any links. So let me put some links to
Oh,
your
crap, neither
Learn
did I.
guide. Let me get that together. Just go to adafruit.com/learn and then click on view all. And then you can see it here. Here, I'll drop it in the StreamYard and it'll post it everywhere. And then on Discord, we'll get that going on here. There we go. All right. That one link will give you everything: code, circuit diagram, files, all of it. Just in case folks are new and don't know, the Learn Guide is where you want to go. That's where we house everything. Yeah. And if you want to pick up any of the parts, please use our discount code Tri Rod to get you 10% off your order, so you can save some money on your checkout. Cool. Yeah. All right. For kind of prototyping, I got something that I'm cooking, but this is more like a collage of 2 different, maybe 3 different projects. So let me switch over here, make myself a little bit bigger so I can show this off. And I kind of want to remake this into a proper project. So this is the LED glasses from Adafruit, and I'm using Squid.jpg's firmware. Thank you so much for posting up your firmware as a UF2 file. I'll bring that up in a second here, but this is the Adafruit glasses. It's using the BLE driver board, the LED glasses, and this 3D printed model head is a little Frankenstein kind of make. This was actually designed by Liz Clark, and it's just a thing that you can print out. And originally it had some NeoPixels inside, but I thought it'd be a cool way to kind of show off the glasses. And then the other thing I did was I created an SVG, a vector graphic, as a template to cut out a piece of black LED acrylic to diffuse the LEDs. I've always wanted to see, what do these LEDs look like diffused, and they look pretty good in my opinion.
Oh, good.
So let's kind of run through Squid.jpg's features that he added to the LED glasses. Again, he has a drag and droppable UF2 file in a circuit in a playground note that I'll show in a little bit, but just to kind of show, he's got the Cylon kind of effect. He's got the googly eyes effect that you can move around. We have this version of the VU meter, the audio meter, which is really cool with the circles. We got a more traditional VU meter. He's got this like sparkly one that's really cool that changes colors. And then, of course, the text. Look how good the text looks with the black LED acrylic on top there. Looks really good. You can really make out the text. It looks really good, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, it works with the Adafruit Bluefruit app. So you can control it. You can send different messages to it. You can change every mode has a different type of color. I actually change these colors during the show, and you can go through different eye types. So here's like the slits. So that's really cool. And then you can hold down the buttons to change the colors, and you can change the colors and the speed. It's very cool. again, I just kind of threw this on last minute. I have like a piece of tack that's holding it together. But this is our 3D printed frame. So we designed a frame back when we released the board and the LED panel itself. But yeah, I think it's just kind of a cool way to kind of show it off. And I would like to remix this maybe next year, where it's actually designed to fit it properly on the head, because right now, like, it doesn't really fit well. You know, I'm just using acrylic. So let me show folks now.
Now this would be excellent for an addition to any like prop that they might have, like any of the animatronic, like not lawn, but
yeah, you can add. That's
lawn.
the kind of idea, is to add this to something that you already have, a skull, a pumpkin. Yeah, and kind of make it really cool and dazzling, and have those messages come out and stuff. It's really cool. So let me bring in Squid.jpg's note, the playground note. Here it is. He calls it the Sparkle Specs firmware. So let me drop a link there. And yep. Thanks again, Squid.jpg, and I'll pop it here in the video streaming places, so you can check that out. Again, it's really easy to install. Just drag and drop it. And he did a great job, not only with the code, but kind of documenting what all the features do, how to install it, how to build it from source if you want to customize the code a little bit. I really was able to kind of get here and like understand, okay, here's how I can change all the settings and all the different modes. So very, very cool. And then shout out to Liz again for cutting the acrylic for me, because I was going to try to CNC cut it, but she's pretty good with the scroll saw, and she was able to cut it with our black LED acrylic, if folks want. So check that out if you want to. If you got yourself the LED driver and the LED panel, it's really easy to test out the firmware. Fantastic job. I think it really elevates this product.
Yeah.
Really cool. Let's see here. What was I going to look for? Yeah, just type in LED glasses. I believe you can pick these up. They're in stock. There's the driver board. They are sold separately. And if you don't want to 3D print the lens, we have a kit that comes with a couple cables and stuff like that. The lens, the frames that are injection molded and have a nice hinge and all that. But we also have, of course, our 3D printable frame that's designed to secure the driver board and the LED panel. And I have models of this stuff too. Right before the show, I went ahead and added the vector file as an SVG. If folks want to just kind of cut that out themselves, if they really want the black LED acrylic, Adafruit stocks the black LED acrylic. Just search for black LED acrylic and you'll find it here. We sell one that's just a 12 by 12 inch square. And this stuff is great for diffusing RGB matrices. And yeah, I kind of like the look of it. We've used it in quite a few different projects. It's a really good way to diffuse those harsh LEDs and kind of make them a little bit more legible, especially with text. So yeah, those are all the things. 3D printed frame for the LED glasses. Just search for that on the Learn system, so you can 3D print your own. We also made one an arm that was for the feather, because we designed this before we had the driver board. Back in the day, it was a little difficult to get parts, to get chips, but nowadays everything's kind of getting in stock. There you can see kind of how hard it is kind of to see the LEDs a little bit here in this photo. You can see here in the product, it's a little bit harder to kind of capture that. So that's why I really like this LED acrylic. It really makes it pop. So yeah, that's my little shop talk / prototype. I just kind of kludged this together. But next year, I think I'll have some time to make a proper, like, head, Frankenstein inspired head for these glasses. You can see it's kind of like hard to, yeah. And of course you could wear it, but with the black LED acrylic, you actually can't see through it, because it's kind of, it's this frosted acrylic, so you can't see through it. But yeah, I just think that looks cool. So yeah, check it out. Shout out to Squid.jpg. Man, it's really like, he's like really looking sad there. You can't get it. Yeah, it's gonna fall by the end of the show. But yeah, I just wanted to really try out Squid.jpg's firmware because it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
good.
He also has it where you can puppeteer it with the Wii Nunchuck,
Oh
which
yeah.
I didn't get a chance to try out. But I think that's really cool too, that you can control the eyes and puppeteer them with the Wii Nunchuck. It's a whole separate build. Yeah. But I just wanted to get the firmware going because it was really easy to get it going. So
How cool.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm jazzed
definitely.
about it.
Yeah, definitely for it'd be sort of a sprint to finish it for this year.
Yeah, right. It's almost not too late, but I think this weekend will probably be the last weekend you can work on
Yeah,
something.
we got. I
Yeah.
think the last week of Halloween's probably going to be the next one we're chat about for prototyping. And after that, I think we have Brandy got tickets for the Maker Fair going on in Orlando area. So we'll
You're going to Maker Fair?
Yeah. We'll just
Wow.
check out do like a nice little little video of what we see primarily. Hopefully,
breaking news. I didn't know you guys are going to Maker Fair. It's great for the kids. Wait, what?
Yeah. I forgot to mention that she bought it like a month ago when the prices were like super cheap, like the early bird ones.
Is it the venue is the venue in the Science Museum?
No, I forget where it was.
All right. They had it once at the Science Museum, and it was so freaking cool. I love it when it's in the Science Museum. Really hard to get that venue, though. Very expensive. I can only imagine.
Probably.
But yeah, most Maker Fairs are like out in a tent, out in the fields.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's cool. That's great. I haven't been to a Maker Fair in a while, so great that they're still going on.
November 2nd is when we'll be out there.
Oh yeah, very cool.
For the 6th, November 6th, that'll be the video for that.
All right, so we'll have a little kind of
recap,
video, like Maker Fair Orlando. Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Very
Fuji
cool.
And do like a proper
video.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, it'll be fun to see all those.
Interested to see, yeah. Oh, they got like soldering classes, so we'll have Declan and Gavin do some soldering and drone robot 3D printing stuff is going on, or what other sessions going on.
Yeah, they're always fun. So inspirational to see everybody's projects.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And back at you, Squid.jpg. Thank you for sharing your UF2 file and making it so easy and documenting it. That's really, really cool.
All right. Continuing on with what we're prototyping, like I just mentioned the week before.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Last week, we saw this super cool little bat inspired video. Clicked on the wrong thing. We saw like a little DIY flying bats that we saw on Instagram, and it looks like this. So what she did is disassemble one of the little butterfly kits that you can get and added a bat to it. So it appears to be just a little DC motor that is attached to this little wand thing. And she glues on a bat. I saw this and was like, oh crap, this is pretty much like the jack-o'-lantern project you did 2 weeks ago. So it's the PropMaker with the DC in a servo body, with the proximity center or the distance sensor. So as soon as it sees you, so it'll have some smarts to it, it'll activate the bat. Let's switch over to my other camera.
Yeah, I'm interested how it looks like not only is the bat moving, but its wings are moving too. Like I don't get how is that just the
it's just the way that
yeah
you can see here how it
okay. There you go. All right. So it's just it's that thin that it's flexible that the
exactly So I tried to use flexible filament for that. It was too heavy, so it's just 2 layers of just PLA.
Yeah.
So it'll be attached to. I gotta find the wire that they're using.
It's like paper thin
wire.
Wow.
Yeah. You kind of see here. It's just
right, and they're using steel wire. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have this attached to the servo horn. Inside here we have the distance sensor attached, and then the brains of everything will be inside this box. So we have the PropMaker. We have the certain servo inside here. And then on the back, we'll have the LiPo attached with a little clip, and then the on and off switch. And then What's the other thing I forgot to put? Oh, the speaker. Speaker will be mounted up here. It'll just make little chirping noises. And that'll slide into this guy here that has the distance sensor attached to it. So it'll be pretty much like the jack-o'-lantern, just modify the code.
Yeah, same guts of the jack-o'-lantern.
Exactly.
But completely different. I think it's completely different in terms of
it's just
shape,
miniaturized.
what it's doing. Yeah.
So I'm using the right angle header to attach the servo. So I just gotta modify the box. Forgot to calculate for that, so it'll fit inside there. And then attach the speaker to the box as well, just to make it easier for mounting. Then otherwise, I gotta have a accommodate space for that. And yeah, I probably do because of where the stemma connection needs to plug in for that. So yeah, I'll probably have the oval speaker probably on the back or something. Just so there's room on the front there.
A bit of a challenge to condense all those parts into one. I got really lucky with this bigger.
Yeah, you have so much
all
space.
this room to work with.
Yeah,
but you're cramming everything down in there. So that'll be good for, I think, a prop that needs to be really condensed like that.
Yep. So just got to figure out the way that the horn attaches to. Actually, that should be easy. It's pretty much finding that little wire that they're using, because I don't know if the little bit of PLA filament that I'm using here will act the same way. It'll probably just spin it like that. Is what I'm thinking. So that super thin wire that they're using, I think that's the magic there, because the way that it's rotating around too.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure you can find something at like a Joann's or a Michael's craft store, Hobby Lobby.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have some really good wire stuff like that. Yep.
I don't know, maybe something that does that sort of motion for it. That's pretty much.
Yeah, you might be better with just a regular servo, 90 degree, 80 degree, 180-ish degree servo, so it's not completely rotating.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be that.
It's gonna require a lot.
I think it's that metal wire, super thin metal wire, like a 30 gauge wire is what it looks like, 40 gauge, super thin.
I haven't got a chance, but I think after the show, I'll take a look at like how much are these things, the store-bought ones, and just to kind of see like what's the price range. And then
I mean, the whole point behind it was to have it activate when you walk in, and then have the sound effect play. I think that was the main thing that made me go, oh, we can add some smarts to it and plus it by adding
plus it.
Yeah, because this one's just on or off,
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
in a base somewhere hidden, you don't see this.
Yeah, the easier thing would be to buy that thing and then rewire it into.
But we're trying to sell all this stuff.
Right, but I was just saying, depending on how much I don't know how much it is. I didn't look.
I don't know.
Sorry,
I didn't look at any of the links or anything.
Yeah, well, because it's on a social site, and you want to be a little careful on what you click on when you're looking at stuff. All right, very cool prototyping.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Miniaturize something that is automated by a distance sensor. If anything, that's the package here that I'm trying to.
So next week's video, we're hoping to do it's a snap, and that means that your video, if everything goes well, will come out a day before Halloween. So it'll be really for next year, because like at that point it's a little too late for Halloween.
Yeah, you're right.
We always run into that every year.
Yeah,
we got a cool project, we get it going, but then we don't have enough time for folks. That's why it's important to have a yearly roundup Halloween projects video, because like some of them just get missed. And there's so many.
You mentioning that though makes me think, oh yeah, I should probably put it in the candy dish, huh? So it's hiding in the candy dish when they come up.
Yeah, little bats flying around. Yeah, cool. It's a cool project. Good idea. All right, we're moving on to kind of shop talk. Just a quick one. If folks want to add some requests for 3D models of Adafruit parts, I just got around to some new ones. So on their GitHub repo, just added, we have the HUSB 238 USB-C switch. We have the RS 232 level shifter breakout.
Oh.
We have the motor driver breakout, the DRV8871 breakout, and also the 2-port USB hub, the CH334F. So those are new to the GitHub repo. Feel free to add your part requests, and we'll get around to them. And if you want to create your own, we have a learn guide on how to do that. Just search for, I think, GitHub 3D models. 3D models. Give it a second. How to convert Eagle PCBs to 3D models. That guide will walk you through my process to turn one of Lamore's Eagle files into a Fusion 360 file if you do use Fusion 360. And I'm sure you can find some other tools like KiCad has Eagle support now. They can import an Eagle file and probably create a step file from that. I'm sure you can find that. Yeah. So there's my shop talk. And moving on from that, I think we're ready for Community Makes. Really, Timelapse Tuesday. Let's take a look at the video.
I'm trying to make this quick. This week's Community Make is a super cool decoration for Halloween. It is a flexible pumpkin cat.
Yeah, it's very cute, articulated cat with a head that looks like a pumpkin. Just a cute little print. I like your filament here. It's a gradient kind of purple to green, which is totally Halloween colors. And this was designed by 3D Flex Seeds. I'll have the link here in just a moment. Just a cute little cat. Great for the kids. Maybe it's like a party favor or something to go in like a little treat bag or something. What does it take, like an hour to print or so? Without a time lapse, of course.
I forgot. Something like that. Yeah. A little bit. They have two different versions, a shorter one and a long one. This is the long boy. It does come in a dual extrusion version. So you can see here they have 3 colors on that. Or you can snap it together, which I did not have.
Oh, I love that. I love the option. Yeah.
Right.
Did it really come with a be careful? Like, don't let that's funny. It's almost like a real product.
If you give it away, yeah, like you said, if you give it away as a party treat or whatever, attach that.
Don't eat it.
Idea.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I thought it was interesting.
I haven't. No, that's really interesting. That's
really good. Wow. Yeah, free download. It's from Thingiverse.
Super cute.
Super cute. Nice little GIF here of the assembly. No supports required. No raft required. Yeah, let me drop a link here for folks on Discord. Pumpkin cat.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's a fun one. And that's this week's Community Makes. Don't have any other posts.
The one from last week. Just showing off his little flexiness here. Yeah. It's cool. It looks like you're dragging him away.
Long cat. Very cute. Yeah.
And then the one, excuse me. And then the one from last week is this cute, creepy candle. So hollowed out, you can add a little tea light to that. His little eyes glow, and then you have another tea light on top.
Oh, cool.
The glow in the dark filament. So nice little creepy decoration for Halloween.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have the link for that one. But yeah, check out the what do you call it? The YouTube playlist on the timeline. So you can grab the link from there. We always have links in the description of the YouTube video of the file. But I think is it paid? Is it free?
No, this one's free.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, Pedro's got you gotta blow your nose or something, I think, right?
I blow my nose and cough and
and just kind of hang back. Pedro's still recovering from the
sinuses or
sinus something going on,
whatever the heck is going on.
Well, I hope you get better. Rest up. Thank you for co-hosting with me today. Really appreciate it. Folks who are watching, please use our coupon code if you do want to pick up anything from the Adafruit shop. You still have some time to build some cool Halloween stuff. Use our coupon code Tri Rod for 10% off. Later tonight, we have back-to-back shows. Starting off with show and tell, starting at 7:30 p.m. We invite you to come on and share what you got going on. You can come on the Adafruit Discord server a couple minutes before the show, and you'll get an invite link. And then at 8 p.m. is Ask an Engineer. all those tonight. I think we'll have new products, open source hardware news, and good stuff. Open source, good stuff. John Park's workshop is tomorrow, and then Friday we have a deep dive with either Scott or Tim, Foamy Guy. It starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific. From the Desk of Lady Ada starts, I think, earlier now on Sundays. So just be on the lookout on Sundays. Yeah, I think last week, whatever week. The most recent one was like at noon. Which was interesting. All right. JP's product pick of the week is on Tuesdays. We can get up to 50% off select items. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. And yeah, we hope you have a good look at poor little Frankie. His eyes are just like just kind of like this. That's too fun. I don't think I'll be on show and tell. Maybe I will. We'll see. Pedro, you should take the day off after
I'll be out
and recover. Yeah, you should be out, man. This is our show and tell, by the way. So shout out for you coming on and get better. I think if everything goes well, we'll try to do the show next week. Weather pending.
Oh my God, yeah.
See what's going on. There's another hurricane on the way.
No, we got two.
You have 2 hurricanes on the way. They can go out up until like December.
Yep.
So
Wilma came in December.
Yeah, on December. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll stay safe. We'll see you folks maybe next week. If not, we'll post up a blog post letting you folks know that we'll postpone the show. Until then, folks, remember to
make
a
great day.
Bye, everybody.